Everyone please stand. Please be seated. Welcome, family, friends, loved ones. We're gathered here today to celebrate the union of Gregg Hiller and Keri. We're all here to support their commitment and their love and to share the joy of this sacred event as they choose to spend their lives together. I'd like to start by thanking everyone for attending. I know a lot of people are here from out of town, made quite a journey to get here, so I'm sure that all the love and support that you've given to both of Keri and Gregg over their entire lives has helped them get to this moment, so thank you very much. When Gregg and Keri first asked me to be the officiant for their wedding, my first thought was, wow, what an honor. But my second thought was, uh-oh, what am I going to say? But I started giving it some thought and reflecting back on all the years we've known Gregg and the last several years we've known Keri. And a little less than 2 years ago, I think it was, Gregg was home for Thanksgiving, as he did every year, and told us about Keri for the first time. And I remember noticing something different just in the way he was talking about her, how this was obviously someone he really cared about, and even in the early stages, it was clear to see it was the beginning of true love. They say that love and life can never be defined. They must be experienced and shared. I'm so happy that these two have found each other to share their lives together. I'm certainly no expert, but I can tell you that your marriage will be a lifelong promise to love, respect, trust, and honor each other through the good, the bad, and maybe most importantly, the unexpected. The bond you two share will be the shelter that protects you during the storms and home for all of the blessings you will share. You will love and support one another as individuals, but share your joys, sorrows, and dreams as one. You will grow alongside and with one another while staying open to the changes that are sure to come. Today, you each gain a true and equal partner in life. You will be each other's closest confidant, fiercest defender, and staunchest ally in reaching each other's goals. Together, you will celebrate every victory, provide peace through every setback, and most importantly, give love freely through both the big and the small moments. Marriage is not easy. It should not be entered into lightly, nor should it dissolve at the first sign of trouble. But with that effort comes probably the most fulfilling experience you can have in life. It's clear that you two have a bond that will sustain you through both the highs and the lows, and also serve as an example for others to follow. Let your love inspire compassion and empathy, trust and honesty, and above all, hope. Now we have two readings that Gregg and Keri have selected to help emphasize the commitment we're all here to celebrate today. The first comes from The Art of Marriage by Wilfred Peterson. Happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. In marriage, the little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say, I love you at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with the honeymoon. It should continue through all the years. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together facing the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not expecting the husband to wear a halo, nor the wife to have the wings of an angel. It is not looking for perfection in each other. It is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humor. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It is finding room for the things of the Spirit. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and the obligation reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner. This is the art of marriage. The second is a traditional Native American blessing. Now you will feel no rain, for each of you will be shelter for the other. Now you will feel no cold, for each of you will be warmth to the other. Now there will be no loneliness, for each of you will be companion to the other. Now you are two persons, but there is only one life before you. May beauty surround you both in the journey ahead and through all the years. May happiness be your companion, and your days together be good and long upon the earth. Now Gregg and Keri have composed their own vows to deliver to one another. Gregg, please repeat after me. From this day forward, I promise you these things.
From this day forward, I promise you these things.
I promise to give you the best of myself.
I promise to give you the best of myself.
And to ask of you no more than you can give.
And to ask of you no more than you can give.
I promise to be honest with you.
I promise to be honest with you.
And keep myself open to you.
And keep myself open to you.
I promise to comfort you in times of sorrow.
I promise to comfort you in times of sorrow.
And laugh with you in times of joy.
And laugh with you in times of joy.
I promise to always respond with a polite, no, that's okay, when you offer to drive.
I promise to respond with a polite, no, that's okay, when you offer to drive.
I promise not to borrow your phone charger without asking.
I promise to try and not to borrow your phone charger without asking.
I promise I will listen with trust and understanding.
I promise I will listen with trust and understanding.
Lastly, I promise to love you in good times and in bad, completely and forever.
Lastly, I promise to love you in good times and in bad, completely and forever.
Now, Keri, repeat after me. From this day forward, I promise you these things.
From this day forward, I promise you these things.
I promise to give you the best of myself.
I promise to give you the best of myself.
And to ask of you no more than you can give.
And to ask of you no more than you can give.
I promise to be honest with you and keep myself open to you.
I promise to be honest with you and keep myself open to you.
I promise to comfort you in times of sorrow.
I promise to comfort you in times of sorrow.
And laugh with you in times of joy.
And laugh with you in times of joy.
I promise not to get mad.
I promise not to get mad.
When you leave lifesaver wrappers on every single surface in our house.
When you leave lifesaver wrappers on every single surface in our house.
I promise not to say the word errand before noon on a Saturday.
I promise to not say the word errands before noon on a Saturday.
I promise I will listen with trust and understanding.
I promise I will listen with trust and understanding.
Lastly, I promise to love you in good times and in bad, completely and forever.
Lastly, I promise to love you in good times and in bad, now and for forever.
May I have the rings? Gregg, do you take this woman to be your wife, to live together in matrimony, to love her, to honor her, to comfort her, and to keep her in sickness and in health, forsaking all others for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Keri, do you take this man to be your husband, to live together in matrimony, to love him, to honor him, to comfort him, and to keep him in sickness and in health, forsaking all others for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Now repeat after me. Gregg, I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a promise of my eternal commitment and love.
as a promise of my eternal commitment and love.
Keri, repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a promise of my eternal commitment and love.
as a promise of my eternal commitment and love.
Gregg and Keri, we have heard the sincerity of your vows. We have witnessed your promise to offer love and support to one another as you build your lives together. May your journey together be rewarding rather than easy, fulfilling rather than expedient, and above all else, filled with love. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Gregg, you may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Gregg Hiller. Please stand up as they exit.